The Dodgers finally dropped their full non-roster invitee list on Friday, and it features a few names that Dodgers fans need to know as we head into spring training next month. Today, I'm discussing my top 4 NRIs on this list, NRIs you need to watch on another edition of the All Dodgers podcast. First, I am Clint Pasillas. You can find me as Real FRG on the social media things. The links are in the description below. I'm a longtime baseball writer and sports editor. I've covered the Dodgers for years for sites like Sports Illustrated and DodgersNation.com, and now I'm here, and I'm thrilled to be covering the team this season on my own platform. So consider giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. Consider hitting that subscribe button if you're here for the first time, and if you haven't subscribed yet, it's completely free, and that's another thing that massively helps out the channel. So with 2 weeks before Dodgers pitchers and catchers report to Camelback Ranch for the start of spring training, the team finally announced its full NRI list with a few top prospects and a number of familiar faces, familiar names amongst the 20 players invited to Major League Camp. Here we see 10 pitchers, 2 catchers, 4 infielders, and 4 outfielders, along with their height, weight, and all that other jazz. The biggest name who was previously not reported on is lefty pitcher TJ McFarland, a journeyman reliever. He's pitched in part of 11 seasons over his career, 11 big league seasons over his career. So leading us off of my top 4 NRIs to watch, or that you need to know about, whatever you want to call it, we focus on TJ McFarland. What makes him most intriguing, at least to me, is that, hey, he's a left-hander, and that's an absolute area of need for this Dodgers team. On this channel alone, we've talked about it a whole bunch so far this offseason. Just have Alex Vesia and Caleb Ferguson as your top lefty relievers. Ryan Yarbrough's in there, but he's going to be starting. He's going to be a bulk guy. You don't really know fully what that role is going to be. So to have one backup lefty, even if he's in the minor leagues or whatever the role ends up being, it's nice. It's a very nice to have for this team if that's somebody they're able to fix. But McFarland owns a career 4.14 ERA. He's a sinker ball, curveball guy. Gives up a lot of contact for sure. He's a ground ball pitcher. He gives up plenty of hits along the way over his career, but he's also sprinkled in a few really, really nice seasons since making his debut in 2013. Most recently, he posted a 2.56 ERA with the Cardinals in 2021. That was his last really, really nice year. If you're looking for velo, this is not your guy. But with a tweak here and there, like I was saying, working with Mark Pryor, Connor McGinnis, and the Dodgers, pitching lab, as I like to call it, he could sneak his way into a role somewhere down the line with this team this season. So he's not the sexiest name on this list for sure, but he's definitely intriguing and somebody worth watching. The next name I wanted to talk about quickly on this list is righty pitcher Nabil Chrismat. So that fool Nabil has 109 major league appearances over parts of 4 seasons, mostly with the Padres since 2020. I have it over here. He was really bad last season, struggled with injury, had a hip thing that really kind of derailed his season with San Diego. He was DFA'd. He kind of bounced around a little bit. Did not work out all that well for him, but he's had good seasons in the past. You look at 2021, 2022, he's a steady major leaguer, posted a 3.39 over 148 innings. I think it was like 95 games. Like, he can give you innings, he can give you length in relief, which is nice, which is a good bonus to have for this Dodgers team. With the Dodgers, you'd certainly rather see some of the other guys. You'd rather see the JP Fireeyes and the Blake Trine and the Daniel Hudson type of dudes be healthy and in the bullpen before we see Nabil Chrismat. But if any of those guys can't make their comeback, if they can't bounce back after missing most or all of last season to injury, Chrismat could really be one of the first names called up to bolster the bullpen in 2024. So I want to sneak in a little bonus here, because I did just say 4, but really there are more names on the list. I'll throw in a few extra here that absolutely raise some intrigue on this 20-man NRI list. There's the aforementioned Daniel Hudson, who I believe has a contract opt-out at the end of spring training if he does not make the opening day roster. He's somebody who re-signed with the team on a minor league deal after dealing with the ever-present nagging knee injuries last year, but he wants to give it one more go, and we've seen him be incredibly effective in relief. But he's still fighting an uphill battle in a way to make this team. But I would imagine, well, to say, I would imagine that the opt-out could help increase his chances. Another name, less intriguing, but I still wanted to make this list, not all pitchers. Outfielder Ryan Ward. He is a 2019 Dodgers draftee. He's hit a combined 76 homers over the last 3 seasons in the minor leagues, so he could be useful in an extreme emergency situation. And he's kind of somebody, at least get your eyes on this kid during spring training when you're watching some of those games, some of those Cactus League games. And who knows? You could end up learning about the next big-time Dodgers trade piece, or somebody, again, who can help in an extreme emergency for this team. 2 righty pitchers, Eliezer Hernandez and Jesse Hahn. Both of them have a wealth of major league experience already in their careers. One guy made his debut in, I think, like 2013. The other guy in 2018 or whatever it is. 172 major league appearances between them over the years. 98 of those, I think it was, were starts. So really, really good minor league depth, AAA depth, which is one of those things this team loves. They are spot starter options on emergency days, getaway days. If the injuries really pile up, those are a couple of names to watch. You hope you don't see them, but you're going to see them during Cactus League play, and they're names that are at least worth watching. But the next guy of the 4 NRIs to watch, the whole point of this video that I want to talk about, is catching prospect Dalton Rushing. I paused for a second because I got the Dalton Rushing bobblehead back over here. But anyway, Dalton Rushing, not an option. 100% not an option to help the Dodgers in 2024. But this will be the first time that most fans are going to get their eyes on this kid. He's the team's first overall pick in the 2022 draft, where they did not have a first-round pick, so he's technically a second-rounder, I think 40th overall in that pick. The Dodgers didn't get a first-round pick because they exceeded the competitive balance tax threshold in 2021. That sort of dumb thing has changed. But anyways, Rushing is currently their number 1 prospect per MLB pipeline. He's kind of leapfrogged Diego Cartaya in terms of being the next big thing, the darling prospect in the organization, and he's looking closer and closer to being that next kind of can't miss type of player in his career. And let's be honest, maybe an emergency, or maybe the heir to the throne of Will Smith if the Dodgers are dumb and don't extend or re-sign Will Smith. So the point of bringing up Rushing here is just give him a watch when he gets into a Cactus League game. It'll be your first look at what could be the future for the Dodgers. And finally, on my top 4 non-roster invitee list of players to watch heading into the 2024 season, spring training, all that stuff, we look into the more immediate future in pitching prospect RiverRyan. You know we're going all in on pitching prospects. The 25-year-old right-hander features a 4-pitch mix. He's got the fastball, the curveball, cutter, changeup. He's made huge strides since joining the Dodgers. Or I should say, since the Dodgers acquired him from the Padres in that Matt Beatty trade back in, was it 2021 or 22, whatever it was. The Dodgers have a number of pitching prospects that are knocking down the door already. They're pretty close, if not fully ready to help at the big league level. But RiverRyan is a guy that could make, I'll say, I'm going to throw it out there now, could make an unexpected impact on this team's postseason chances, on the hopes, on bridging the gap to get to, hell, the World Series in 2024. If he's in the bullpen, maybe something went wrong or something went really, really right if he's in the bullpen in the postseason. But still somebody that I implore you to watch here for your first time as a NRI for the Dodgers. But those are my thoughts. Who are you most excited to see from this 20-man non-roster invitee list? Do non-roster invites, do NRIs even excite you? Do they tickle your pickle in the slightest? I'd like to hear you sound off in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. If you didn't already, give this video a thumbs up. I try to get this as tight and as condensed as possible because admittedly, NRIs aren't the most fun thing to talk about. When it comes to the Dodgers, yeah, they're kind of fun because the Dodgers are really, really good at finding those diamonds in the rough. But I figured I'd just throw out a few guys I'm kind of excited to see this spring. So again, hit the subscribe if you haven't. I'm Real FRG on all the social media things. All the links are in the description below, and I will see you on the other side.